Welcome to Elliot's PT podcast. I'm here to help you find your balance and live your best life guilt-free. I don't believe there is a one-size-fits-all approach for health and fitness. We're all different and we need to find out what works for us. I'm passionate about helping people make realistic, long-term lifestyle changes that they will stick to and they will take with them forever. I don't believe in crazy diets or short-term fixes. We all need to live and find a perfect balance in diet and exercise that suits our individual needs. I want to help you find your exercise mojo, feel great and achieve wonderful things. Here is Elliot's PT podcast by Renee Elliott. Hello and welcome to the Elliot's PT podcast. Today's podcast, I am talking to Hayley, who is a member of Elliot's PT. She is an amazing mum and she inspires all the other members. Hayley is very busy and leads a very hectic life. She has 3 boys and one of her sons has a disability, so he does require quite a lot of care. So on top of that, she works, she makes exercise her priority, and she has been training with me for probably over 6 years. She has managed to make probably 4 or 5 sessions a week. She fits it in with her lifestyle. She has come a long way in her health and fitness. She is really amazing and inspiring, and I hope that you will be able to see that anything is possible when you put your mind to it and you can make it work within your day. Okay, so here is our podcast with Hayley. Let me know what you think. Okay, so Hayley, I've got you on here because you are a busy mum, and I feel that if anybody had an excuse not to work out, you are definitely one of them that has a good excuse not to work out, but you don't. So just let's start off by telling us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I have 3 young children. My eldest has a rare disability, so he needs a lot of hands-on one-on-one support. And then I have 2 younger boys who are very busy and wild. And I also work 2 days a week, and then I'm on call the other days of the week. So I don't know until the morning if I'm going to get called in. And if I'm not at work, I'm going to therapy sessions or doctor's appointments or hospital appointments or God knows what else. There's always something on. And if I'm not at an appointment, I'm trying to finish my study. And if I'm not studying, I'm working from home, creating artworks for people that want to buy art from me.
So
very busy.
Okay, so describe, so people get, and from that people can understand you're busy, but just what's your average day?
Yeah, so I try and make sure I get up around 5 o'clock each day. So I can either do an online class or get a walk in before the day starts. And then after I've done that exercise for myself, I'm getting the 3 kids ready to get out the door for school. Depending on the day, I'm getting myself ready for work or appointments or whatever's on. And if I'm coming from work in the afternoon, I might try and get to a class if there's a class on, or we might be taking the kids to the park or doing something to burn a bit of energy.
Sometimes you have a like you've got, like a therapy appointment, a hospital appointment, like for the boys. So some days you have multiple appointments after the other.
So I might have a day where I'll do my little workout, get the kids ready, send them off to school, and then I'll have a therapy session, or I'll try and get to a class, and then I'll go to a therapy session, and then there might be another class on in the afternoon that I'll try and get to in between appointments, and then I might have to go to the doctors after that or something. But yeah, I'm always trying to look at my day and look at what's on and how I can make the most out of each day.
Yeah.
And do something for me as well as everyone else.
Yeah. Yeah, super important. And obviously when you are out all those days, you have to be prepared with your food.
Yeah. So like last week I had to be up at the hospital at 8 a.m. for an appointment. So I had someone here to get Logan on the bus, and then I took the kids to school early. Then I ducked up to the hospital, but I made sure I had a little lunch bag packed with my snacks, because I knew if I had time, I would get to a class after the hospital, and that there was a big gap between my breakfast and an exercise class. And I knew I'd have to eat something before and after to keep me going.
Yeah.
So I took a little cooler bag with snacks in there and got to a class, and then had my snack on the way to the next appointment after I'd done a class.
Yeah. Amazing. Yeah. Okay. So you make it work. You definitely do. When did you start exercising, and what really made you start?
So I probably started towards the end of high school. And I think I started because I wanted to really look a certain way. So I really got into exercising, and then I fell pregnant after meeting my husband. And as soon as I fell pregnant, my whole mindset just changed, and I just got stuck in this mindset of, I'm pregnant, I'm supposed to get fat, I'm supposed to put weight on, I'm supposed to be lazy. And I just stopped exercising, and I ate whatever I wanted. And then I had my son, and I was in shock that all this weight that I put on just didn't fall off. I was like, what's happening?
You know how much weight you put on?
It was like 20 plus kilos.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And yeah, I had no knowledge about exercising after you've had a baby, and I hated the way that I felt. And I just thought, what have I done to myself? And killed myself to try and lose the weight, and then had 2 more babies and did the same thing all over again.
So the next 2 pregnancies took your foot
I didn't learn. I did the same thing. I ate what I wanted. I thought, I'm pregnant. It's okay. I can do what I want.
That whole eating for 2.
Yeah. I really
especially not to the very end that you actually only need to eat a little bit more calories.
Yeah. See, and I didn't know that. I didn't know anything about being healthy when you're pregnant. And then after the 3rd baby, I tried every diet, every exercise program. I joined so many gyms, and I just couldn't find anything that worked for me. Mm-hmm. And I just felt lost.
Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it? It's a very hard, finding what can work with, especially with your lifestyle and with kids. It's it's hard. Yep. And so how do you think you've obviously found an exercise program that works, but how do you make it part of your life? Like, how do you make exercise part of your life?
I think it's taken a few years of trialing what works. Mm-hmm. But I think just sitting down and looking at my schedule and finding a way to make it work around like the non-negotiables in my day.
What made you, I guess, what made you look at it as a priority? Because I guess lots of people would look at exercise and they would go, yeah, they know it's important, but they wouldn't see it as a priority.
Yeah. Well, I think for me, it's exercise is such an important way for me to relieve my stress.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if I didn't have exercise as a daily routine, I wouldn't be as resilient as I am today.
Mm-hmm.
I think it helps clear my head. I feel amazing after I do it. It keeps me happy. I like the way it makes me feel. I used to get so caught up on thinking that I have to exercise and push myself this hard just to lose weight and look a certain way.
Yeah.
But the more I exercise and get stronger and see all these amazing things that my body can do, it's like, oh wow, I did that.
Yeah,
I can do a tuck jump, and I can do all these amazing things that I could never do before.
Lift a heavy weight.
Yeah, things like that, I think keep me motivated to push myself harder.
Yeah.
And see like what else I can do.
Yeah. And so that why you've made it, because it's obviously a priority, you've made it a priority in your life, because like I said, it'd be easy for people to it would be easy to say, oh, it's too hard. Like you made that last week, you made that an appointment and you came to the class and then you went.
Yeah. I think I know how I feel if I don't do it.
Yeah. That's what drives me. Yeah.
If something happens and I miss my walk in the morning, I know how it makes me feel if I don't get it in. So like this morning I missed my walk because of unplanned things that happened. And I'm all morning I've been thinking, oh, I haven't done my walk, I'm not going to get my steps in. I'm going to feel shitty when I go to bed if I don't get it done. So I'm going to make sure that I get that in at some point today, because it will make me feel like I've accomplished something and it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your drive's about how you feel.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And how do you think how has your perception changed of exercise? You touched a little bit on it before. I guess when you were exercising, you used to swim a lot as well, didn't you?
I used to play water polo. And
how's it changed from like high school till now?
Yeah, so in high school it was more about I think wanting to look a certain way and thinking that exercising would just make me lose weight and look good. And
would you say you were overweight in high school?
No.
But you thought you were?
I thought I was. Yeah. I'm a chronic migraine sufferer. So when I was younger, I had to take medication to help with the migraines, and that one of the side effects was weight gain.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to get teased for being heavier than the other kids, and that really affected me.
Mm-hmm.
And then in high school, struggled a lot with eating correctly and over-exercising and wanting to be thin. And I was really thin, but my perception of myself was so off. I just thought I was still this heavy kid.
Yeah, and you weren't.
And I wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how is your perception of exercise? So how do you view exercise now? So how has it changed so then it was all about weight loss? So how has it changed? Like, is it?
I guess, and as I've got older and I've got these 3 young kids looking up to me, I'm very mindful of the thing, like how I am with food, and wanting to, I guess, rub off on them like what good eating is, and being healthy and active, and um, keeping your body healthy for when you get older, and fighting off disease, and being strong in body and mind. It's more about keeping my body able and focusing on the things my body can do more than what my body looks like. Which is still a daily struggle, and I'm still trying to work through that, but as I'm getting older, it is getting easier.
And you've definitely changed a lot in the last 18 months, year. I reckon you've come, like you've found some other forms of things to help you through, I think, journaling and meditation.
Journaling's been a massive help for me. And really looking back into my past and picking up on what those triggers are that made me have this certain belief of myself, and realizing that I'm not that person anymore, and it's okay to change my belief about myself. So that's been massive in the last year for me.
I think you've come a long way with that. I think would you say that that's maybe changed how you exercise instead of exercising for weight loss?
Definitely. It's changed, I guess, that mindset of I don't have to work out, I get to work out. Like I could easily stay in bed all morning and sleep in, but I get to get up and do a workout and feel amazing before my day starts. And I love that feeling. It's like you get that high.
I love
it feels so good. I just want to do it every morning.
I feel like I can face things better, face whatever is thrown at me a bit, where I've got a bit clearer head. I've had that time on my own.
Definitely.
How would it have benefited? How do you feel exercise has benefited your family?
I think because it makes me a happier person. My kids benefit from that. I have more energy to take them out and play basketball down the street. When we go to the beach with the dog, we have running races to see who can beat the dog up and down the beach. And I think I think they really enjoy that time together. And I think it's beneficial to them to see me doing things for myself, and that it's okay to take time for yourself.
I think I think lots of mums don't do that, and they don't think it's putting themselves first, or understanding that if you put yourself first, you're not a bad mum, you're not selfish, you're actually better for your family.
Definitely. That's been a big thing that I've learned.
I see mums all the time, like not, like they make healthy meals for their husbands, healthy meals for their kids, and then they don't make any meals for themselves. Or Hayley's like the prepping queen, and I see them all the time, and I'm like, hey, you're number one. What would be the downside, do you think?
I really tried to think about this one, and I can't think of any downsides.
That's okay.
I really couldn't think of a downside. I think the only time one of the times that I struggled was when my back was playing up really badly, and I had to really stop and slow down. So I think being aware of when you need to stop and slow down so you're not getting injured is important. So maybe injury is a downside, but I think the more knowledge you have about your body and how it feels is really important. With that,
And I know some people struggle with that. They feel they have to thrash themselves, like to get a result, or that they have to. But I think learning that, in your case, you needed to slow down for a little while. And
that was when I got really good results.
Yeah.
I was like, what? I've like halved the amount of exercise I'm doing because I had to really rest my back. But then that made me focus more on my nutrition and what I was eating, and just giving my body that time to rest and repair. And I got amazing results from doing that. And I was, blown away. And that really changed my mindset as well. And again, like having that knowledge of, okay, this is what works, and to, be easy on yourself.
And sometimes slowing down, it's not all about being gung-ho and smashing yourself and making yourself vomit or whatever. I think that's so not what a workout's about.
No.
So it would be very easy for you to give up, and when life does get hard, like when you have lots of multiple points. So when things do get hard and you do feel like giving up, what do you do?
I try and remember how I feel when I exercise. So that's a big thing for me, is that feeling of getting a workout done and just feeling like, yes, I smashed it, I feel amazing, I'm ready to go. And I think looking at people that really inspire me, like there are so many amazing people out there that have disabilities or are missing a limb or have cerebral palsy, and they're lifting these heavy weights, or they're an amazing gymnast. And like I follow Bethany Hamilton, who's a surfer, and she lost an arm to a shark attack, and as soon as she was healed, she was back out on the surfboard. And I just think that's amazing and so inspirational. Like, I have this perfectly able body that can do so many amazing things, and I get the chance to use it and do incredible things. And I just think that's really inspirational for me.
That's really cool. So have you ever felt like giving up?
Many times.
And,
many times. Yes.
And what did you do? Because you haven't given up. You're very consistent. So very consistent with the classes. You with exercise in general.
I think it's okay to have those feelings and to be gentle on yourself. I'm not perfect all the time. I do have bad weeks. I might have a migraine for a week and just be bedbound, but then I get back up and think, okay, if I'm feeling better, I'm just going to ease back into it and then get back into my routine. I think the routine keeps me going. And just.
What did you do to make it a routine? What did you think? Do you remember what you did to make it?
I think I just was so driven after my third child, and that feeling of just feeling horrible in my skin. I hated the way that I felt, and I was so driven to just feel good in my body.
Yeah.
And I think that has been what has kept me going. Like I want to feel good in my skin.
Yeah.
And exercising makes me feel amazing, and I don't want to lose that feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish people that don't exercise, like my husband doesn't exercise, but I wish he could see that the buzz that you get from it. Like he doesn't get it because he's never exercised long enough to even get the buzz and to know that that's like better than anything. But I wish more people could. So when you do feel like giving up, what do you do?
What do I do? I look back on, I might like read through a journal and look back on a day that I felt crappy, and then look back on a day that I felt great and think, oh, you know, it's okay to have a crappy day, but I have all these good days. And just think that's one day that didn't go to plan. Tomorrow's a new day. Just start from scratch and get it done.
No, that's really good. So what advice would you give for mums, I guess, who feel like they don't have time to exercise?
Yeah. You do have time.
Yeah.
Everyone has the same 24 hours in a day, and you choose what you do with those 24 hours. If I have had a hectic day and I haven't had a chance to do anything, and then it gets to the end of the night and I'm sitting down watching TV, I might lay on the ground and do some ab work or stretching while I'm watching TV. Like you can make it work. If you really want it, you find a way to do it.
Yeah.
I love sleeping. I like my bed, especially in winter. I'd like to stay cuddled up in bed, but I know if I don't get up at 5 o'clock and get a walk in, I won't do it in that day. So I make myself get up and I make myself do it, because I know I'll regret it by the end of the day if I haven't done it. Yeah, I think it's important to be honest with yourself, and really look at how you are utilizing your time. I used to sit on my phone for hours and then wonder why nothing got done. Like, get off your phone and do something. So
it's easy
now,
to get set up.
Well, now I won't watch a show on Netflix unless I'm walking on the treadmill. So I'm doing something that I want to do, but I'm utilizing my time and I'm getting a walk in at the same time.
And you're doing this because
find a way.
Good within your body.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's
I think you can find a way to make it work. I think you just need to be honest with yourself about what you're doing with your time.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. Well, I think you've definitely managed to juggle a very busy life, and obviously life is getting more testing, I guess, as the boys get older, and with Logan, he has more appointments and all that. So you are still making it. You've already done 2 workouts today.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm going to go and do my walk now before school pickups.
The juggle. I went for a walk on the beach before, and it was so nice. I thought I did a bit of a time away, and I went for a little walk on the beach. That was pretty cool. So thank you very much, and I'm sure, hopefully, know it will inspire other people, and people that do know you from our classes are always inspired by Hayley. Hayley manages, people always, we probably didn't really touch on it, but you are like the food prepping queen. So you manage to prep your whole weeks and have it organized, and that does keep you
it's so helpful to prep ahead. And just keep it simple. I used to try and make all these extravagant meals, and my eldest son Logan has to have a specialized diet, and then I have my diet, and then my husband has a different diet, and then the two little ones have their own diet. So it can get a bit crazy, but I just learned how to simplify it, keep it easy, and make it work within my week and my time. And if I don't do it, then it's all hell. So that's like a non-negotiable, is have food prepped. Because if I might be in hospital for a week and my husband won't cook, so I need food ready for the kids.
And you've also had weeks, I guess that's part of your drive as well, because you've had weeks where you had to be in hospital and you had to eat, I guess, hospital food for a week, and then you realize how crappy that makes you feel.
Yeah, so now I know that if I'm going to hospital, there is a fridge in the parents' lounge and I can take my own food.
Yeah.
So I do that now.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Where you didn't know that before.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Hayley. That's so
Thank
good.
you.
That's so good. So I know you already inspire others, but I know this will maybe let other people see that it is possible, that
anything is possible if you believe it.
Yes, that's how yeah. Thanks for listening to the Elliot's PT podcast. I hope you have been able to find this information of use to you. If you know someone who might enjoy this podcast, please share it with them, and ensure that you subscribe so you can be the first to know when new podcasts are released. If you have the time to leave a 5-star review, that would be amazing, and it would be greatly appreciated. If you do so, please screenshot and share onto any of our socials and tag us. Then email the screenshot to hello@elliotspt.com and we will send you a free gift to your inbox. Thanks so much. Have an amazing day. Speak soon.